It happened on a storm-soaked night, when the thunder rolled like drums and the lightning split the sky wide open. The preacher's daughter stood in the rain, torn between her daddy's pulpit and the wild heartbeat of the boy no one trusted. Tyler, the town's black sheep, reached for her hand like a man reaching for salvation he never thought he'd find. And right there, under the oak tree that had heard 1,000 secrets, the whole weight of Willow Creek hung on her choice. Some folks say love is fire, some say it's ruin, but in that moment it was both. The sun always hit the little town of Willow Creek the same way. Hot, heavy, and loud, like it wanted to pull secrets out of the ground. Folks sat on porches, rocking in chairs, sipping sweet tea, and watching. Always watching, because in a small town, nothing ever stayed hidden. Tyler was the boy folks shook their heads about. He was the one with the leather jacket in July, the cigarette tucked behind his ear, the smirk that said he didn't care about nothing and no one. His mama cried over him, his daddy gave up on him, and the sheriff already knew his name by heart. "That boy's no good," the old women whispered. And then there was Ava, sweet Ava, the preacher's daughter. She moved like the morning breeze, soft and sure, carrying sunlight wherever she went. Folks called her the town's angel. They said she was the one girl who would never touch fire, the one flower that would never grow wild. But the sun in Willow Creek burned the same for everybody. And the same eyes that judged Tyler noticed when his gaze followed Ava. They noticed the pause in his swagger when she passed by. They noticed how his smirk turned softer when she smiled at him. It started with glances, a long look at the Sunday picnic, a stolen second outside the church gates, Tyler leaning against his rusted truck, Ava clutching her Bible a little tighter. The air between them carried a charge, the kind that could split the sky in two. And deep inside, Ava knew she was stepping close to the edge of a story she wasn't supposed to live. But every time she saw Tyler, it was like her heart leaned forward, leaned closer, like it was tired of being told what it could and couldn't feel. By morning, the town woke to news. Ava's bed was empty, Tyler's truck was gone, and the pastor's prayers turned into wails that shook the church walls. Whispers flew faster than the wind. She ran with him. "Lord have mercy, that girl's ruined." But out on the highway, far from the eyes of Willow Creek, Tyler and Ava drove. The road stretched endless, wide, full of promise. And though the storm still chased them, though the town's judgment still clung like shadows, Ava leaned her head on Tyler's shoulder. For the first time, her heart felt free. And maybe freedom came with fire. Maybe it came with scandal. Maybe it came with loss. But freedom, once tasted, could never be forgotten. And the story of Tyler and Ava, the bad boy and the preacher's daughter, lived on. Whispered on front porches. Told in rocking chairs. A story of love too wild for a town too small. A story that burned bright, even as it burned everything else down. The nights grew heavier. Ava dreamed of running away, of leaving Willow Creek behind. Tyler swore he'd take her anywhere she wanted. "Just say the word," he told her, "and I'll drive till the wheels fall off." But Ava's heart was split. One side pulled by love, wild and reckless. The other bound by duty, by family, by a name too heavy to carry into exile. One evening, her daddy found the letters. Folded pages under her pillow, words from Tyler that spoke of forever. Her daddy's face broke like glass when he read them. "You ain't my daughter if you keep with that boy," he thundered. "You'll shame this house. You'll shame God himself." And for the first time, Ava saw not just her father, but the town itself. Its judgment, its weight, its chains. That night, she met Tyler by the oak tree again. Tears streaked her face. "I can't lose them," she whispered. "And I can't lose you," Tyler said, his voice breaking. The silence between them cracked. The night air felt too thin, like the stars themselves were holding their breath. A choice was coming. A choice that could not be undone. The storm hit Willow Creek on a Friday night. Thunder roared, rain pounded, and the town braced itself. But while folks huddled inside, Tyler and Ava stood out in it. Soaked, trembling, desperate. "Run with me," Tyler begged, rain dripping down his face. We can leave tonight. Nobody's chains can hold you if you choose me. Ava's chest ached. Her daddy's voice thundered in her memory. Her mama's tears weighed on her soul. But then she looked at Tyler, the boy everyone called lost, the boy nobody believed in. And she saw something pure, something raw. She saw hope. Lightning lit the sky. Ava kissed him. Hard, fierce, like it was both goodbye and hello. And in that kiss the world tilted. Word travels in Willow Creek faster than a summer storm. One wrong look, one whisper, and before long, the whole town was buzzing. Folks started to notice Tyler parked too close to the church. They noticed Ava's dresses weren't as bright, her eyes carrying something secret. "Mark my words," Miss Ruby from the diner said, wagging her spoon. "That boy gone drag her down." The sheriff muttered it too. So did the ladies at Bible study. So did her daddy, though he never said it out loud. He just prayed louder on Sundays, his voice rising, his hands shaking, his eyes fixed on Ava like he could keep her holy if he prayed hard enough. But prayers don't stop hearts from beating. Tyler and Ava met in the quiet places. Behind the gas station, down by the creek, in the shadows where the town's eyes couldn't reach. And every time they met, the pull grew stronger. Ava's laugh softened Tyler's edges. Tyler's arms made Ava forget the weight of expectations. Still, the fear never left. Every kiss felt stolen. Every touch felt borrowed. And every moment came with the same thought. If they catch us, we're done. And one evening, as they sat by the creek, Ava pressed her face into Tyler's shoulder and whispered, "I'm scared." He looked at her, his voice raw. "I'd fight the whole town for you." But Ava knew it wasn't just the town they were fighting. It was her daddy's pulpit. It was her family's name. It was the belief that light could never mix with shadow. Yet here they were, sitting together, proof that sometimes light leans toward darkness. And sometimes darkness wants to be saved. The breaking point came one Sunday morning. The church was packed, fans waving in the heat, voices rising with hymns. And Tyler strolled in. Gasps filled the air. That boy had never set foot in the Lord's house, not once in his whole wild life. He stood at the back, leather jacket on, eyes fixed on one person, Ava. She froze in the choir stand, her hymn book trembling in her hands. Her daddy noticed. Everyone noticed. The pastor's sermon that morning cut sharper than usual. He spoke of temptation, of wolves in sheep's clothing, of daughters who must guard their purity. His eyes never left Ava's face. And Tyler? Tyler smirked. But beneath that smirk was something else. A dare. Promise. After the service, whispers flew. Did you see the way he looked at her? Lord help us. That girl's about to ruin herself. Her daddy pulled her aside, his voice like thunder. Ava, tell me it ain't true. But Ava couldn't speak, couldn't lie, couldn't tell the truth either. Her silence was louder than any confession. And from that moment on, the whole town was waiting. Waiting for the scandal. Waiting for the fall. Some nights in Willow Creek were louder than others. The frogs croaked, the cicadas sang, and the town seemed alive with whispers. And on one of those nights, Ava found herself sneaking out her window. Her bare feet touched the old porch, and the boards creaked like they were warning her, "Girl, don't do this. Don't do this." But she did it anyway. Tyler was waiting by the oak tree, leaning like he owned the night. His truck sat behind him, paint chipped, headlights dim, but it looked like freedom. He grinned when he saw her, that grin that made her feel like the world was theirs. "You shouldn't be here," Ava whispered. Her voice shook, but her eyes never left his. "And yet here you are," Tyler said. They talked under the stars about little things at first. School. Dreams. The way the town felt too small for souls like theirs. But then the silence stretched. Heavy, dangerous, sweet. Tyler leaned closer. Ava's breath caught. And when his hand brushed hers, it was like thunder rolled through her chest. She pulled back fast. "If my daddy knew." "Your daddy ain't here," Tyler cut in, his voice low, almost tender. And right then, Ava knew this wasn't just a passing spark. This was a fire. A fire that would burn everything if they weren't careful. But her heart, oh, her heart wanted the flame more than the warning. She looked at him, really looked, and saw not just the bad boy everyone feared, but a boy who carried hurt in his eyes, a boy begging for someone to see past the smoke. And maybe, just maybe, she was that someone.